Hello, North Park Church. For years to come, we will reflect and wrestle with how our lives were impacted in 2020 by something so far out of our control. As we prepared for our annual general meeting last year, we expected to continue meeting and sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. Just as our personal lives were interrupted, so too was our church life, with all its routines and rhythms. Once we suspended in-person services, the elders began meeting weekly as we tried to support the staff in charting this unfamiliar territory. What started out as a few weeks turned into a few months, and we are still looking toward the end of this pandemic. We have come to realize nothing will be the same again. There is a new normal, and we can't be sure what it will look like. Although we had hoped to be meeting again in January, we are still awaiting a return to safely gathering together. We are blessed to have such an amazing staff team who have been incredibly busy learning and adapting to meet the needs of the church in these unprecedented times. In the midst of the pandemic, other significant events affected our lives, whether we were aware of them or not. The killing of George Floyd set off a firestorm of protests and raised public awareness of racial injustice. We need to uphold justice and Christ's love for each and every person as created in His image. For several months, the elders have been discussing ethnic diversity. We can all do better, and we must do better to be a welcoming and compassionate community of Christ followers. We are looking at a significant change in 2021. Since Matthew Eckert has informed the congregation, he will be stepping down as our executive lead pastor by the end of the year. Matthew has faithfully served our community for 17 years as pastor of adult discipleship and as executive lead pastor. We thank him for his tireless efforts in building up the Lord's kingdom. We know he will continue to lead well during this time of transition. Although initially surprised and saddened by this news, we have great confidence the Lord will continue to expand and develop North Park's ministry, which he began 57 years ago. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of the other members of our elder board and thank them for their servant leadership. Ruth Osterheis and Alan Pike have both completed their 2 3-year terms. Their hard work and commitment to the Lord and the church has truly made it an honor to serve with them. Sidna Mercer and John Tyler are now on the board, and we trust that Emmanuel Asafeo Agia will become an elder in April. My term will also end in April, and Dennis Ensing will move from chair of the Finance Committee to elder board chair. Dennis is highly skilled and passionate about the local church, and he will do an excellent job leading in this next season. We offer a special thank you to last year's interns, Noel Daru and Zaya Zendo. And this year we welcome Brandon Valenta and John Zendo. We are so grateful to our interns who give their insight and a different perspective during their year with us on the board. We have already begun to process and establishing a search committee to find a new executive lead pastor. We will continue to work with Pastor Matthew, the senior leadership team, and the staff as we look toward gathering together in 2021. We focus on our strategic initiative and more young families while caring for our entire community. It is our desire to inspire, support, and mobilize one another to live like Jesus as a transforming and life-giving presence in our families, communities, and the world. May God bless you. Thank you.